You take some slick rod, some cyclists, and put them together, and you have a day of mildly extreme fun in any number of places in Utah. Now, if you take that scenario and add Red Bull to it, well, there's nothing mild about that combination. Today in Virgin, Utah, the three are being mixed at a competition that's part art form, part enduro, and part technical program. This is the Red Bull Rampage.
Rampage is a pretty unique event in the mountain bike world, whereas, I guess maybe the best way I could describe it quickly is it's more of like a big mountain ski and snowboard format. So it's not a race, there's no taped off course. It's basically open to interpretation, and it's running off a lot like, the Tailgate Alaska World Freeride Snowboard and Ski Championships. It's one of my favorite events of the year. It's kind of a proving ground, and it's a good opportunity for a lot of the young guys to make something happen. It's great to catch back up with everybody I haven't seen in quite a while, and yeah, it's just a fantastic event. I wish there were more bike events like this.
Well, it's gnarly, it's the scariest contest out there. Every contest is nowhere near as gnarly as this.
Now, the Red Bull Rampage was conceptualized in 2001 as a way for courageous and driven riders to compete in a way not represented in other events. This freedom ride mountain biking, where cyclists explore their terrain while testing their limits, became the base for the scoring system and the Rampage as a whole. Riders who survive the challenge without serious injury become legends in the mountain biking community for their tenacity. Like warriors of old, they have proven their mettle under the most extreme conditions.
Oh boy, it's an intense experience, It's fantastic. It's one of the events where I think experience plays a big role because it's a pretty brutal environment out there, and a lot of the young kids, that are focused more on like dirt jumping and slope styles have never really ridden in those elements or environments before. So it's one of a kind.
For Chris Van Dyne and his fellow riders, events like the Rampage are great, but they aren't the start of the journey. As children, most of us learn to ride bicycles, but those two wheels can actually take us farther than we could ever dream.
It's such an amazing vehicle, like international vehicle for travel. You get to see the world differently on two wheels than you would through windows of taxi cabs and tour buses and things like that. Like the interactions you have, it really breaks down social barriers and helps penetrate new cultures and things. And, I'm just very grateful and appreciative because, thanks to my bike, I basically I've been able to get my wheels in the dirt of over 30 countries now.
Not every cycling competition is going to offer the thrills and spills like these, but wherever there are challenges that push the limits of skill and endurance, that's where you'll find these riders.
Pretty much have fulfilled the dream here. Watching, the old Rampages, it's just like the best event you could ever win for mountain biking, and to actually take it 2012 now, I don't know, dream come true, and couldn't be more stoked.
Thanks to Red Bull, it's just such an awesome event. It's a great way to kind of showcase one aspect of the sport. Like mountain biking is really progressive. This showcases what some of the guys are doing in the big mountain realm, and it's just a true big mountain event.
And you just don't get much bigger than this. From the Extreme Trailhead, I'm Terry Wood.